My pleasure. Bye-bye. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye.
Is that part of the CNN thing or what?
Is it part of the CNN thing? Look at me talking like this.
This
This is Mr. Pradeep Guha speaking.
Freelancers.
Publisher of Times of India. Imagine, he's talking like this. Very bad boy.
That's a nice belt.
No one tends to show up to these things.
We saw you on television in your
Something had to be said in connection with
camera, but it looks a little tourist.
But I think it's very kind of from the
You
heart.
never know some doing pictures or big stars.
What? Okay, just say one.
Things have really changed since I kissed you. You had a way about you. Now I can't live without you.
But that does happen in some countries. We have CNN terrestrial channels. Pakistan, for example, we have 12 hours a day. But this is what do you get? You get TV news.
How are you doing?
My God, I don't know what's happening. I hope I'm dressed appropriately.
How are you?
Okay.
You're looking lovely
All
as
the
ever.
stars are coming out.
Oh my God.
Mr. Sippy, what does 100 years of cinema mean to you?
It means everything to me. Right from the day I was born, within a few years' time, I took to seeing cinema from the silent eras, where the musicians used to play and cinema. And ever since then, I've been a very keen student of cinema and totally identified myself with cinema. And I hope the cinema may survive for another 100 years. But today the competition from TV and all those other things is so much. And let us hope. Anyway, these 100 years have been the most wonderful 100 years.
Thank you. Dev Anand, what does 100 years of cinema mean to you?
Well, I'm a part of 100 years of cinema and I'm very, very much a part of it. I'll go on contributing towards it as much as I can, as long as I can. Now, I'm 50 years in cinema. And my latest picture is Gangster, which I'm releasing, showing it to all, wherever the Indian community or the Southeast Asian community, or wherever there are people who have seen and watched my pictures for the last 50 years. And a lot of other things will grow. We'll keep on contributing towards the cinema. That's it. 100 years of cinema means
100 years, and you keep on progressing all the time. You're not static. It's moving all the time. Movement means progress. What was yesterday is not today. What's today is not going to be tomorrow. So I'm sure we are heading towards some great cinema in the world, in all parts of the world.
And the other question is, what does Elvis mean to you?
My first impression of Elvis was when I saw his film. I think it was called Rock and Roll, if I mistake not. It was at the Strand, and we watched the film. But more than that, I think it was the maddening reaction of the youngsters in the theaters. They were just screaming away as he danced and he sang. And I think that moment has stayed in my mind. When I think of Elvis, I think of that film that I saw at the Strand. And he created a great cult and a following which has been fantastic. And this very function is the result of a cult that he left behind, a legacy. And it's his 60th birthday. I think he died too young. A lot of good artists die young. It's sad, but they leave a mark. And he's been an artist and a singer and a great dancer who's left a mark, a great mark, especially on the younger generation.
Still listen to him?
I would love to, but I don't find the time because I'm involved in motion picture making, and my work keeps me busy for about 15, 16 hours a day. I conceive my films, I write my pictures, I'm in front of the camera, I'm behind the camera, I'm directing my cast, I'm giving instructions to my crew, I'm moving all over, writing my lines. So I think, and cutting my pictures, I do everything myself. It's very time consuming, but very intoxicating. But when I do want some time to get away from it, I do that. That's important also. And then I don't see Elvis because I think there are a lot of other things to see, a lot of things that are happening today. Because I think a lot of things are happening today in terms of drama, in terms of, I think the world has grown, the world is larger, there are more stories, and it's become a very interesting world. And India is also marching ahead along with the world, and I think we draw our cinema from what's happening all over the world. So Elvis is there, it's there in the subconscious mind. But consciously, when I want to hear somebody, I like to hear somebody who's new also, because then I'm educated. Elvis I've heard, it's there, it's in subconscious. I can always hear him when I want to hear him, but I would also like to hear what people are doing outside in terms of composing or writing or singing or acting or directing.
Thank you.
You must know your contemporaries, that's it. Thank you.
Thank you very much. You leaving? You leaving? अब और नहीं सुनो?
My heart was captured, my soul surrendered. I spent a lifetime waiting for the right time. Now that you're near, the time is only time. Kiss me, my darling, be my babe. It's now or never. My love won't wait. Just like a willow, we would cry an ocean. Invite me. Oh, who knows when we meet again. My love won't wait, won't wait. It's now or never. My love won't wait. And we never part. Love me true, all my dreams fulfilled.
Chicken is good.
Tell me you are mine. I'll be yours.
I'll join. I'll keep pace. Please come forward. You're all busy eating. You're all very hungry. I can see that. There are a lot of beautiful girls here. Why don't you come to the stage, all of you? But come on.
I'm all shook up for her. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Well, my hands are shaking and my knees are weak. I can't seem to stand again. Well, please don't ask me what's on my mind. I'm a little mixed up, but I'm feeling fine. When I'm near that girl that I love best, my heart beats so it scares me to death. I'm feeling fine when I'm near that girl that I love best. My heart beats so it scares me to death. Touched her hand, what a thrill I've got. My lips are like a volcano.
So